What is popping, Warheads? Warstu here with a video on Games of Thrones. Obviously, that's why I'm rocking this Games of Thrones t-shirt. It's been a long while since I've done a Games of Thrones video. I haven't done one since season 6. So this video is going to be a review of episode 6 of Games of Thrones, which this video will contain massive spoilers. So do not watch this until you've seen episode 6. So I bought this Funko Pop yesterday. It's the Ezra Miller Justice League Flash one, which I will be giving away a Funko Pop like that during another one of my Justice League videos later this month or maybe in September. So where to start with this episode? It's probably the best episode to date. It does confirm a lot of fan theories and it was pretty savage. So Arya was basically toying with Sansa for a good part of the episode, saying that she knows that she wrote the letter, and Sansa was like, I was forced, and then Arya was like, yeah, but were you forced at knife throat? But she wasn't. They just kind of implied that they would do something if she didn't write that note. So now Arya has the upper hand, but I think Arya's playing her and playing Littlefinger, because I think Arya knows that Littlefinger is behind everything, behind trying to kill Brand back, if you remember that far. So I think it's quite clear that Littlefinger will be killed in the season finale. I think that is quite obvious. So it's obvious that Littlefinger is trying to kind of build up a rift, kind of build up beef between Sansa and Arya, which is pretty stupid because Arya could just kill Sansa if she wanted to, but she won't do that. So a good portion of the episode was focused around the Suicide Squad being north of the Wall, looking for the White Walkers, and it was pretty savage. They found the White Walkers, but then they found hundreds of thousands, maybe not thousands, but I don't know. It's always hard to tell how many there is because they're all CGI'd in. So they caught a one White Walker, then they tried to run away, got in trouble, and one of them had to run away and get a raven for Daenerys to come in and save the day. I'm going to be a bit brief in this. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but basically they got what they wanted. One member of the Suicide Squad died. Dany came with all her dragons, which was pretty cool. And this is where the theory is confirmed. So the Ice Dragon theory is confirmed, as sadly Dany lost one of her dragons. Varys was killed with a spear. I mean, to me, guys, this does not make much sense. So the White Night King throws a kind of, I don't know, an ice arrow, kind of ice rod at her, at the dragon. And bear in mind, the dragon's moving, so if you know anything about archery, you have to work out where the dragon's going to be. It just made no sense how the speed of the dragon, it would have missed really, but I suppose for the narrative of the show, and it had to hit the dragon, and then the dragon went under the ice, and then it was dead. And then right at the end, all the White Walkers pulled it up because it was pretty heavy. There was 100 of them, and then it got turned, and then the White Knight King, Dragon King, White Knight King, whatever you want to call him, touched the dragon, and then you seen his eyes turn blue, just like this t-shirt here, blue, just like that. And then you kind of could see his body going lighter. So the White Walkers now have a ice dragon at their disposal. But the interesting thing is they still haven't broken the wall. Love to know what you guys think about how they're going to break the wall. I think the White Dragon, let's call him the White Dragon, I think the Ice Dragon, White Dragon, is going to be used heavily to break the wall. Jon Snow nearly died again, went under the water. Dany had to leave him behind because the White Night King was going to throw another one, but kind of Jon Snow stopped that. And then he kind of pulled himself out from the ice cold water, and then Benjen Stark came out of nowhere and saved him. And then he got on a horse and he went back north of the wall. Well, went back to the wall, and kind of it was all sweet, and he's obviously gets on a boat, and he says he's going to kneel. He was going to kneel for Dany, but he couldn't because he couldn't really walk at the moment. So basically Daenerys is his queen now, sorry. So that's kind of interesting. So I think it's a bit obvious that these two are going to get together and they're going to form some kind of baby, maybe in season 8, I'm presuming. So it's quite interesting. It really is interesting. That's the whole episode in a nutshell. And we also got Sansa looking at Arya's room. She finds the faces. Then Arya tells Sansa that she's like a faceless person. And Sansa didn't really understand it, but I don't think that's important. But I think towards the end, kind of the season finale is coming up, so I think it's quite apparent that them two are going to get rid of Littlefinger. They're gonna find out. Bit interesting that we didn't get any of Bran Stark in this episode, or Samuel. In fact, there wasn't much. I'm pretty sure Cersei. Can't remember. I don't think Cersei was in this episode either. Going back to the episode before, obviously Jaime Lannister kind of went underwater, which didn't really make any sense because with his armor, with his fake hand, there was too much weight. He would have sunk. So I know it's kind of a TV show, but that was kind of fake. So that's pretty much my kind of elite kind of episode review, because that's the main kind of points. I think the White Knight and the White Dragon and the White Walkers are gonna come to breach the wall potentially in the season finale, because this episode was, I think it was 73 minutes long. I think the finale is 83. It's like an hour and a half. So the finale is going to be like a mini kind of movie. So it's going to be very interesting, because this sets up for a finale when they've still got so much to kind of get through. So obviously they got the White Walker, which went on the back of the dragon, which kind of, it's really weird, the concept. So are they going to take the dragon to King's Landing? Are they going to have this massive meeting with all the kind of everyone in power to discuss how they can take out the White Walkers? Daenerys kind of agreed and said she will destroy the White Walkers, as that's one of her babies and she can't have babies. But I believe that she's going to have a baby with Jon Snow before she finds out she's actually related to Jon Snow. So quite a lot did happen. Brienne got sent to King's Landing to represent her, like the Stark family, because she didn't trust that she said as long as Cersei's in power, she won't step foot there. Tyrion is obviously being Tyrion. He kind of, it said he devised not to go past the wall with the White Walkers, and for good reason, as he thought she would be killed. And it just proves how easily that dragons could be taken out. I mean, if the ice hit her, what would have happened? So it was kind of interesting, because they both had a face-off, and the White Knight could have actually killed her dragon, because her dragon landed, so it wasn't a moving target. So from kind of a physics point of view, it would have made more sense for the White Knight to kind of go for the dragon that was on the floor, not one of the ones that was in the air, when you'd have to take into consideration wind, speed, directional, kind of the gravity pull. So I don't know, it's all CGI, like, so I'm pretty sure that's how he hit the dragon so easily. But it's going to be quite interesting now, because Dany could have destroyed all the White Walkers easily, but now they have their own White Walker dragon. It's going to have to be the case that her dragons are going to have to take out the White Dragon. So it's pretty clear that another dragon will most likely die. Anyway, guys, I want to hear all your theories, all that kind of good stuff down below. Please like, subscribe and comment if you want to, and that'd be pretty cool. That's pretty much everything, if I can remember. I'm doing this improv, no notes, just kind of freestyling what happened. So I think that's basically everything. The main point was the White Dragon. We've got now got a White Dragon. Dany believes in the White Walkers. Jon Snow nearly died again, but didn't. A member of the Suicide Squad died. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. So I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.